Welcome to Nightfall Story Lounge, your nightly escape into romance, mystery, comedy, and sweet dreams.
The moment Kevin pulled away from the curb, the energy in the car shifted. Not awkward, not heavy, just present, the kind of quiet that didn't rush you to fill it. I adjusted in my seat, smoothing my dress, my thoughts drifting back to the bouquet he'd brought. White roses. Of course he remembered. This felt like a first date, I thought. I almost laughed at myself. Don't overthink it, Kim. Just be in the moment. So I did what I always told my clients to do: ground myself, breathe, engage.
So,
I said softly, turning slightly toward him.
where are you taking me?
Kevin glanced over and smiled, relaxed hands on the steering wheel.
Church and Union. I figured somewhere comfortable. Good food, no pressure.
I nodded.
I like that place.
And just like that, my shoulders loosened. So he planned this. I smiled to myself. I liked that. I liked a man who was intentional, who didn't leave things floating in uncertainty. The music hummed quietly in the background, an Usher song I hadn't heard in a while, smooth and familiar. Traffic was light. Uptown rolled past the windows like a slow reel, glass buildings reflecting sunlight, people walking with purpose, the steady rhythm of a weekday afternoon. I stole a glance at Kevin when I thought he wasn't looking. He seemed peaceful. There was a softness to him I hadn't noticed before. A calm smile, like he could finally breathe easy. I caught myself lingering too long and quickly turned toward the window, pretending to focus on the song.
You look good.
He said. His voice pulled me back. I turned toward him, surprised, but not uncomfortable.
Thank you. You do too.
The words came out easy, honest, no weight attached. That surprised me most. This morning, I'd changed twice before settling on this dress. Bodycon at the top, pleated from the hips, midi length, sleeveless but paired with a blazer, professional, but still me. Hearing him say that made the second guessing fade. When we arrived, Kevin pulled into the valet lane and stepped out first, rounding the car to open my door. I smiled again. I noticed those things, always had. I placed my hand in his as he helped me out. His hand was warm, steady. The contact was light, almost accidental, but it landed deeper than I expected. A small shiver ran through me. I pulled my hand back quickly, tucking my hair behind my ear to hide the sudden heat in my cheeks. Inside, the restaurant buzzed softly. Conversation, clinking glasses, the low hum of comfort. Kevin told the hostess we had a reservation, and she led us to a table tucked just far enough away to feel private. Once seated, I placed my phone face down on the table. A small gesture, but intentional. I wanted him to know he had my attention. He noticed. Without comment, he pulled out his phone and turned on Do Not Disturb. That did something to me,
I have some time today,
I said.
but I'm glad we're doing this.
Me too.
He replied. We picked up the menus, but I told him what I wanted before the server arrived. When she did, Kevin ordered coffee first, black for him, cream for me. He remembered. He ordered our meals too, confident and easy. I didn't mind. I actually liked following his lead. There was comfort in not having to decide everything. The conversation flowed naturally after that. We talked about work, my cases, the fulfillment I found in helping people plan, protect, and feel secure. He listened, really listened, asked questions that showed he cared. He told me about his interview later that day, about trying to find his footing again in Charlotte. There was a nervous edge there, like he wasn't sure if this next step would be the right one.
You'll figure it out.
I said, meeting his eyes.
You always do.
Something in my tone must have settled him. He paused, exhaled, and smiled softly. I'd always believed that about him. Saying it out loud felt natural. We shifted into talking about siblings, childhood memories. That turned into best friends.
I hadn't seen Desmond in a while.
I said.
How is he?
The same.
Kevin replied.
He was at the funeral but had to leave early.
Oh, I didn't see him. We should all hang out soon.
Yeah, we'll plan it.
He said. Then he chuckled.
Just so you know, Desmond is still forward. That hasn't changed.
I laughed.
I never minded it. It's refreshing not having to guess what someone's thinking. And he's funny.
Kevin looked like he wanted to say something else, but he stopped himself. Our food arrived, warm and perfectly timed. Everything tasted better than it should have. Time moved faster than I wanted it to. When the waiter cleared our cups, I glanced at my watch.
I should head back.
I said reluctantly. I didn't want to end it, but I had a 12:30 client and I hated being late.
Of course.
Kevin said easily. He paid, and we walked outside together. The city felt louder now, brighter, but the moment between us stayed contained. Just us. He opened my car door. I paused before getting in.
I really enjoyed this.
I said.
Thank you.
He smiled, eyes steady on mine.
This really made my day, Kim. We should do this more often. I'll text you.
Don't look away, I told myself. I usually did, to deflect, to protect. But I'd promised myself, and Naya. So I held his gaze.
I'd like that.
I said. The rest of the drive passed in a comfortable silence. Back at my office, Kevin parked and came around to open my door again. I gathered my things, hesitating just a moment before stepping onto the sidewalk.
Thank you for the flowers.
I said.
And for today.
Anytime,
He replied.
I meant it. I'd like to do this again.
I nodded.
I'll text you later.
Okay, drive safe.
No hug, no rush, just understanding. As I walked inside, I noticed he waited until the door closed behind me before getting back into his car. I went straight to my office, not even looking up at Dallas. I knew she'd find me later. I needed a moment. I sat at my desk, then stood and walked to the window. Kevin's car was still there. I smiled. After a moment, I grabbed the vase and took it to the break room, filling it with water. Back in my office, I snipped the stems and arranged the roses carefully, placing them at the corner of my desk. When I looked out the window again, his car was gone. My next client would arrive soon. I took a breath, settling back into myself, but my mind drifted back to Kevin. If things kept moving in this direction, change was coming. That scared me and intrigued me, and for the first time in a long time, I was excited to see where it might lead. I left the office. Dallas was scheduling a client and was busy when I was leaving. No time for her to inquire about Kevin.
See you tomorrow, Dallas.
I said while leaving. I escaped her today, but tomorrow she will ask questions. I got into my car and drove straight home. I needed to unwind. I put on my music, but it didn't take long before I was in the apartment building. I jumped into my routine, allowing it to take over. I decided I wanted to relax and soak, so I ran the water in the tub. I gathered my Lush bath bombs and threw in 2. While the water filled the tub, I grabbed my shower tray, a glass of wine, my pre-made snack box, and a book. I grabbed romance this time. I wanted to make sure I made my mind had no choice but to address my feelings. I got into the tub, allowing the bubbles to consume me. The heat felt so good. All of the tension melted away. I exhaled. I grabbed the book and read 1 chapter. I was still at the beginning of the book, but 1 chapter for now read fine. I had eaten a few of the fruits in my snack pack and all of the chocolate. The wine was gone too. I finished my bath and got out. After my lotion routine and putting on my pajamas, I put my snack box back in the fridge. I would restock it later. My mind ran on Kevin. I wondered how his interview went. I'm sure it went well. I should call him, I thought. No. He said he would text me. I decided to text. Kim.
Hey, Kevin. How did the interview go? I'm sure it went well.
Kevin.
Hey, Kim. Thank you for checking. I honestly think I bombed it.
I looked at the text and reread it. He really doesn't need any bad news. Maybe he is overthinking it. I don't want to negate his feelings, but I need more information. Kim.
What happened that makes you think that?
I read it once. Then again. That familiar tightening settled in my chest. Not panic, but concern. Kevin didn't spiral easily. If he thought it went badly, something must have rattled him. He didn't need dismissal, but he didn't need to sit in that feeling alone either. I refilled my wine glass and took a small sip, grounding myself before responding. I set the phone down beside me, already knowing this wasn't going to be a quick exchange. I glanced at the clock. 7:30 p.m. Plenty of time. I leaned back against the headboard, wine glass warm in my hand, and waited. Whatever he needed to unpack, I was here.